Well, here we are with another video already. So this will be a quick one. I'm looking for a mask, and I've searched high and low for probably a couple years now and had no luck acquiring one yet. No luck finding one, no luck seeing one in any collections, no luck of anyone even knowing what it is. Except Justin. Justin Mabry knew what it was. Of course, you know, he's truly an expert in Halloween masks. He knows it. If there's something I don't know, I can easily go to Justin and he will always have the answers. 99.9% of the time. So, I've got these amazing old photographs I found at Frank's, you know, in his collection found some in a drawer, a whole box of these amazing photos. His brother and I found this box under his bed with all of these vintage mask photos, people's collections, mask pictures he would take, you know, over the years, starting since the 70s. And it's pretty wild what I have, and I want to show you these things soon. But one photo that caught my eye was like a group photo in his living room of some pieces, and then there was this crazy mask. And it had like, it was like the whole front of the face was just gone. And there was the brain. Of course, it's a real gory mask. It actually took me some time to figure out who even made this mask because I'd never seen it before. I've seen similar things out there and eventually found out it was a Illusive Concepts piece. Yeah, Mario sculpted this thing. I don't know when it was. It probably was early to mid 90s. What are you doing? This cat. Every time I film, you gotta come down here. Get out of here. And like I was saying, it's a gory piece. I'm gonna show you a photo of it. And the cool thing is, every photo I see of this mask, it looks different. And I've only seen 3 different photos of it ever. But the photo Frank had, it looked the coolest in my opinion. It looked really neat. And I kept staring at this crazy thing and I go, man, I would love to find that mask. Because Illusive Concepts masks can be quite large too. So usually they have great size. And what are you doing? You're so great. What are you doing? Why don't you just go claw my face off? So today I figure I'd put like a little video up on YouTube just in case anybody has ever seen one in a collection or you have one and you want to sell it. You know, I'd pay decent money for it. It's not, you know, it's an Illusive Concepts piece. It's not worth crazy money, but I want it. So maybe we can strike a deal up if you have this mask. Catalog number, stock number, whatever Mario's, you know, number for the mask is 18021. You're already back inside this thing? Jesus. 18021, and it's called Hacked Head. Like they hacked the front of the head off. And the catalog photo is awesome. You see the exposed teeth on the lower jaw. And this other picture I have, which I'm going to show you all of these, all 3 pictures I've got. Scratch that. I'm going to show you 2 photos I have. Because the photo where it's in Frank's house, I kind of want to wait until I find one of these masks to show you what it looked like in that picture. It's cool because it's got hair on the back, and I really want to see what this thing looks like in person. But the cool thing is, in the middle of me searching for that mask, I acquired another one of Mario's pieces that's kind of similar, real gross, and it's a big old crazy mask. It's similar in the way that it's similar because it's a gross, disgusting, gory piece. You know, obviously, I've been going on a gory kick lately, and I want more. I want some more. Yes. Okay. Had to stop filming for about a half an hour. Sorry about that. I had to go on a phone call. And I had to get dinner. Yeah, Illusive Concepts. We were talking about the mask I was looking for. Called Hacked Head, right? Hacked Head. And I had no luck finding it. No one. I posted a picture of it in the group. And what I did was crop the name of the mask off and the like the SKU number or the, you know, the company number, the little SKU number, because one thing I can't stand is when I'm looking for a mask and it's something that something I just spot in an old photo just like this, like some old picture taken in the 80s or 90s, or I see it, you know, in a movie, or I just on my own, I find this mask out there in the wild, in images. And I'll go and post it in a group, like, hey, I'm looking for this mask. And then all of a sudden, other people are like, yeah, I need that mask too. You know, and then the mask you're hoping to find that no one else is even looking for, now there's people going, you know, I should get that for my collection too. Rudy wants it, so I should get it too. You know, or like, so I tried to cut the name off and just put the image out there, hoping someone will go, I've got that mask, you know. But, you know, here I am showing the YouTube world. I'm looking for this thing. So, yeah, Illusive Concepts. I'm not sure on the year just yet. I can't find all of Mario's catalogs online. I have to check Pete's website. Maybe Pete has more of them stashed away in his archives. Either way, it's got to be very late 80s to mid 90s, somewhere right in there. So it's not super old, but damn, it's cool. I love that it's got the teeth, hair on it, the brain, like the, you know, I'm really on a gore kick this year, and stuff I've always loved. I've always loved this stuff, but my collection for the longest time was heavy Don Post. Still, I got an entire wall of it here, and I got a bunch of glass cases filled with rare Post stuff. But, man, I finally broke that barrier, you know. Finally broke that barrier and dove headfirst into independent masks, you know. And Distortion stuff, too. Of course, Distortions is not just an independent little company. They made a ton of masks, mass-produced for many years. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, what I was saying before, I think, in the midst of me searching for the Hacked Head, I stumbled across a really cool mask. Illusive Concepts probably came out around the same time. And this one's called Hammerhead. Fits in with the good old Gory, the little Gory kick I've been on. Look at that. So yeah, this is the good old Hammerhead. It looks like a giant hammer hit the top of his head. Yeah, there's hammerhead sharks. He's not really shaped like a hammerhead shark. I would guess a giant hammer smashed his head in because it's a big circle. It looks like a big hammer hit him on his head. I would say the name goes both ways. The way he was killed, or hammerhead shark-ish. Some fuzz. Yeah, this one probably came out a little later than the other one. And I say that because the old photo I found with the Hacked Head in it definitely seems older and not late 90s, because I could tell by looking at Frank's living room that it's had to be an old picture. Older, meaning like 89, 90, 92, something like that. I don't think it was closer to late 90s up to that era before good old 2000. This thing is really big. That's another reason I really love this thing. I cleaned them off. See how round that is? It's like a complete circle. It's like a full circle. Like it looks like a giant round hammer went. You know, like the big mallets at the carnival when you hit the thing and it goes shooting. In the old carnivals, I should say. Big mallet. Anyway. Yeah, this thing's pretty wild. So, still tagged. Illusive Concepts. I should probably work on flattening this better. It's kind of warped. This came from a Facebook friend of mine, of all people. I saw him post it. I go, oh my God. Yeah, I remember these, but I haven't seen one in so long. I forgot about them. I said, dude, if you ever sell that, please let me know. And of course, about 3 months later, he goes, hey, are you still interested? I go, absolutely. Let me... Oh, and Hideous Sun Demon, he's just out getting a little sun. And then the little zombie here, the little puppet, Distortions puppet, they're just hanging out for today's episode. So, one thing I was going to say is, this guy, yeah, it's huge. I almost wanted to, I don't know how rare it is. I don't think it's a crazy rare mask as far as it being rare and valuable. It's just rare, okay? I honestly didn't even pay, I paid less than $200 for this mask, which I thought was awesome. You know, some Illusive Concept stuff goes for a lot, but this thing was very affordable. The thing I've been contemplating though is, and I never really do this with a really nice production mask, is touch up the paint detailing on it. The blood is just too fakey looking, you know, like Dawn of the Dead. The blood is so fake in that film. And that was a, you know, speaking of Dawn of the Dead, I'm going to show you something. My Jason Hammond Flyboy. Now we are going to move the puppet. The Puppet Master. So, I know we're going way off topic here. So, my Jason Hammond Flyboy. Let's get his hair a little more. Kind of falls from time to time. Sometimes I keep him covered with plastic bags. I do not want this falling. This is so fucking rare. This is so rare. So I was talking with a friend of mine how Jason did another one of these on Instagram and the blood was like darker and more, I guess, more realistic looking. And I said, man, I wonder if I could send it back to him and have him go over the blood. I mean, I could easily do it, but something this cool, I only want the artist touching it. You know what I mean? And I was telling my buddy, like, man, I should get darker blood, but it looks so good. Like more realistic, the way he had that blood on it. And my buddy goes, no. He said in Dawn of the Dead, the blood is so fake looking. You know, it's just like red coloring. It's like super red looking. He goes, this looks this looks much more correct with that color of blood, you know, because it was a cheesy zombie film, you know, and they didn't make everything look super realistic. Yeah, they were eating guts and stuff out of some of the corpses, but do you know what I'm saying? And once he said that, I go, yeah, you're right. I'm not touching that thing. So that was just a quick little thing I wanted to touch on. Honestly, one of my favorite things down here. Like, this is incredible. I would say it's one of Jason Hammond's best pieces, the Flyboy. Going back to this, I thought about two things. I thought about just going over the blood with a darker, more realistic color of blood, like this dude, like that darker, you know, like it's just coming out. Bleh. Matt McNeil's blood. You know what I mean? Like that darker blood really makes it look. It's right now. It's just too cartoonish looking, and I have a feeling. Well, if you look at the catalog picture of this guy, the blood is darker, and it looks better. I was actually at a wet rag before we started filming today. Where's it at? And I was going over this mask, wiping it down, because the blood was very light colored. See how it's coming alive now? Like it's getting redder once I wet it. And I think it was just super, super dusty. See that? Look how that pops now, that red. I don't know. Something to think about. Like it does, the really red blood does pop over a light flesh tone mask like this. Throw this up here for a second. This is just half-assed sitting on a plastic bottle with no water in it. What are your thoughts, guys? What I'm trying to get to, I keep like interrupting my own words. What I'm trying to get at is make it more realistic looking, and it'd be so easy to get a nice dark, blood and just go over that blood in the same spots, and I think it would really make the piece look pretty wicked. Just a thought. I mean, look at that. Yeah, it's a fun novelty type of mask, but why not make it look a lot cooler with better blood? Jordu taking that trio home for Frank. I mean, he really made those look way better back in the day. That reminds me, I've got the new. Did we look at the new blasted on that one video where I got the new distortions? Oh, I might pull those out for the hell of it again because they're right here on the floor. But like I was saying, I don't think this is a really rare mask. I don't think it would hurt to go over the blood, and I don't know. I would never do that to a vintage Don Post mask, like repaint it, unless it was just really screwed up and, paint was damaged, or it's just a worthless mask. But I think I can make this thing look a lot better. Back to the search. If any of you out there know of a hacked head, the one in the picture, I really want one. And especially because then I will pull out that vintage photo. I think it's in Frank's living room of a hacked head. I go, man, he don't have that mask. I would have found it by now, Let's move the old Sun Demon down here. We gotta figure out. Here's something I should. Yeah, you find me a hacked head, I will send a little finder's fee out for your help. Not a crazy amount, but just a little something to say thank you. I don't mind doing that. It's funny, I mentioned that before a long time ago on this channel. I said I will. I said, I will give finder's fees if you help me score vintage Don Post masks. They're rare, Big mistake. My Instagram was like flooded with eBay links, and I'm like, I see the same thing you do on eBay. And it would just be like eBay link after eBay link. I'm like, yeah, I look at eBay every day too, and I'm not giving you finder's fees for these masks, but yeah, I need to be careful when I say stuff like that, but Yeah, if you help me land a hacked head, I'll flip you $20 or something, you know. Unless it's your mask, then I'll buy it from you. Back to these distortions pieces, since we're on the topic of gore. Damn, that's good applesauce. So, let's move this over a little bit. The hacked, blasted, and grizzle masks. I still need a grizzle. I do have a hacked. And there must have been different. So when they were painting these throughout the years, because they weren't just 1 year only masks. I can't remember how many years they were running these, but at least a few or more, at least 3 or 4 years maybe on some of these gory ones. You'll see real different variants from one to the next. And it's cool. I scored this new blasted because he's got way more of the pinkish and maroon shading, like the bruising, like the hacked I have does. See that? And it's got really great color. This mask is like brand freaking new. But he really does fit in with this one a lot more than that guy does. See what I'm saying? So, I'm sure you guys can see that here. Still, these are still so awesome. I don't care if I do 3 sets, you know, finalize a set of these with another grizzle with similar paint tones, get another one of these, get another grizzle and hacked that match up to this era paint scheme, you know. And I have 3 of these. I can't get enough of these, man. Honestly, these are, to me, they're amazing. I know they're not super detailed masks, but damn, they're awesome, you know? So yeah, I need a grizzle. I need another grizzle now. Yep, one more grizzle and I'll complete my second trio, and then I'll have... My goal is to get the factory painted set to go along with the customized ones by Jordu. So that's it. This is just a short one today. I know sometimes I say that. I'll go, this is just a short video, and then it's an hour long. I want to share something with you guys, with you old timers, with you old bastards. I found one of my oldest toys, okay? And I think, let me look up the date when these were made. I think this has to be one of my oldest toys. So this toy came out in 1972. No. I came out in 1972. The toy came out in 74 by a little company called Whammo. Do you remember Whammo, guys? Whammo made Silly Putty, and they probably made Frisbees and yo-yos. But Whammo, what a cool name. Cool vintage name for a toy company, you know? Anyway, Whammo made a toy that I was obsessed with. At the age of 2 or 3 years old, I would sit there and just look at this thing, and I would turn it, 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 and it is called the Magic Window. Look at that. Very simple idea, but damn, this thing is cool. This is so... That's early. This is a total early 70s toy. And basically, it's blue and white sand. And all you do is turn it and watch that go over and over and over. My mom bought it for me, and I've had this my entire life, which is nuts. It's just a cool... I used to sit there pretending that was ocean waves, and it would always go bloop, bloop, bloop. Making the new waves down there, and just, you know, we were very simple back then. We didn't need electronics. So there were things like this, just very simple, a very simple idea. Sand in a plastic container. It even says there's little designs around the outer edge of it. I always used to want to crack it open. I'm like, no, don't ever do that. Don't do that, Rudy. It says Whammo. So, oh yeah, Whammo. There's the classic Whammo logo. Whammo Magic Window by Whammo. Remember Tyco? Tyco made the slot car tracks. And you go, and you're watching it go around with the little gun. And the commercials were so cool. They'd show these race cars going around. And at the very end, they'd say,
from Tyco, of course.
By Tyco, of course. That was the coolest commercial as a young kid to hear that. By Tyco, of course. That's it. Whammo, go get your magic window. They're probably on eBay. Whoa, that was trippy, man. Did you see that? The faster you... Whoa! Whoa! The faster you flip it, the crazy and trippy it gets. Ooh. We should, never mind. Anyway. Thank you, and I will see you soon. I talked to Jordu last night. I go, dude, when are you shipping these masks? And he said, real soon, I'm sorry. I go, oh, no, I'm just excited. So, stuff's coming from Jordu. We're going to have a whole new Jordu episode, because wait until you see what is on the way. You're not going to believe it. Yep. All right. That's it. Good night, and have a good week.